All right, today I want to show you a painless testosterone injection technique. That's right, I said painless. A lot of men have to do testosterone injections or want to do testosterone injections, but if you've already done those, you know they're not always that comfortable. So I've come up with a painless technique. Most people will just load their testosterone syringe, pick a spot, and go right in. The smallest needle you can really get away with would be a 25 gauge. If you use any smaller diameter, the testosterone won't pass through. So 25 gauge is about the smallest you can go. It still doesn't feel real comfortable. So the way I get around that is I pre-numb the injection site with lidocaine. And lidocaine has a low viscosity relative to testosterone, which means it's thin. It can pass through a small needle. So I load a syringe with lidocaine, and I use a 33 gauge needle. It's a very tiny needle. You barely feel anything at all. So what I do is I mark the spot, which I've already done. So you'll pick a spot where you want to inject, you'll mark it, and then we're going to inject our lidocaine into that area. Okay, so here goes. Make sure that's on securely. And you're going to take your lidocaine and you're going to go right in the center and just push that on in. Now, that being a 33 gauge needle is very tiny. I don't even feel that. So we're just going to inject our lidocaine. Okay. Very nice. Okay, I injected right in the center of that circle. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of bleeding, in this case not. If you do get bleeding, just have something handy nearby where you can blot it up. But again, in this case, there was no bleeding. So that lidocaine sets in pretty quickly. And now we're going to inject with our testosterone. Preloaded. That is a 25 gauge needle. Okay, so now we're going to go right into that spot. And the nice part about this is because lidocaine is already in there, I don't even feel that. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. So it doesn't get any more painless than that. A few tips here. Now again, you might get a little bleeding, just blot that up. You don't really want to leave the marker on there. So I take an alcohol swab and just get rid of the marker. And no bleeding at all. So that's a painless injection technique for testosterone injections. Now, if there's enough interest in this video, I'll do another one that shows you exactly how I set this up. Now, that's a different video. And I'll also do a video on how to avoid post-injection pain, but that's a whole different topic. So again, if there's enough interest, I'll do a video on how to set everything up with your lidocaine. Again, I'll review the size needle that you want to use for that, how you obtain lidocaine, and we'll go over some other techniques related to the setup. And then I'll also do another video on preventing post-injection pain. Thanks for now. I hope that was helpful.